It's Saturday Night Live. Hey, how are you? Henry McClure live. And I got off the phone with a dear friend of mine. And I tell you what, I kind of got angry. And I've known this guy long enough that you ever have friends that no matter what they say, it doesn't matter. They're always going to, whoa, look at that. They're always going to be your friend. That's kind of funny. And that's the way it is with real people. You know, people with soul, people connected to the universe. Then, even if I disagree with somebody and I like them, okay. When I ran for county commissioner, I thought the Trump effect would help me get elected. And out of this phone call today, my friend says, well, maybe it's just not the right time. Why, he asked me why I'm coming at Spencer. Well, Spencer's an independent. That right there, he's neither fish nor fowl. His dad's doing a great job suing the county. God bless him. And I hope he wins. I hope, because if Duncan wins, we win. But what I want Spencer to do, I want to hold him accountable today as a voter. He said he'd look into the Citizens Commission. Never did it. Voted for the hotel. Gave Cody Foster $9.2 million. Sucking up to the chamber. It's just going to be more of the same. What kind of leadership is that guy going to give you? And here's the thing about politically correctness. And it was like my trip out to California reinvigorate me about who Henry McClure is. And I made a lot of money outside of Topeka. And if I have to go outside of Topeka to make money, well, so do it. So, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I was thinking about my friend here. I call him Bobblehead because sometimes I'm juvenile, okay? That's why. And sometimes I think of a bobblehead just doing whatever he's told, whatever the chamber tells him to do, like a bobblehead. Greater Topeka Partnership owned. And look, all the people that voted for him, they voted for him maybe just out of because he's the incumbent, or was it just to make sure I didn't get elected? And that's fine, because it's your vote. He won fair and square, right? This guy, I'll never forget him handing me this book and telling me how to run for city council. And he gives me this children's book. Well, Bobblehead, you ain't seen the last of me yet. You have professionally. He was the public defender, right? Due to sobriety, I don't find myself in a lot of situations where I need to negotiate with that guy. And look, I want to wish him well. I'm a loser, but I'm not a quitter. And I'm telling you something. If you're worried about retaliation, which this city is full of retaliation, and this city is full of just taking care of their own. Look at all the money that just circulates amongst the Greater Topeka Partnership and the deals done at the country club. I'm a loser, but not a quitter. And to the 9,413 people that voted for me, I love you. Thank you. But I tell you what, if I ever run for office, I don't want to be the guy putting up signs. You know, I spend a lot of time and energy, and it's like, really, is it the amount of signs that you have up is that what makes you a good politician? Today, what I think makes a good politician is somebody who's ready to make change. So for a guy like me, that when I'm watching all the stuff that's going on a national level, I'll tell you, one of my favorite people is Kash Patel. I can't wait to really see how this whole thing shakes out. I would love to see what's going on in the Pentagon. You know, Patrick Schmidt, I love you to death. You're a good dude. But he told me that he was going to be in a concentration camp. And if that's what the narrative of the Democratic Party, hey, now go out and tell people you're going to be in a concentration camp so they'll vote for Kamala. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You know something, at the end of the day, if Topeka's not ready for change, well, it's okay. It's your fault. Don't blame it on Henry McClure. I'm trying to get people out there. We got to get rid of Karen Hiller. We got to get rid of everyone. Karen Hiller, probably the most. I know Earl McIntosh, with his 5,400 petition signers, can make the biggest difference. He can make the biggest difference for any candidate out there running for office. 5,400 people. And he was just shoot away like a gnat. And that's what I am to the big shots, the big dudes. And you know what's really funny? Have you ever seen a guy you know that gnat? They start looking silly the more they're swatting away at it. And the little gnat just gets around. It's the art of war, baby. This is the art of war. And a guy like me, you just got to be nimble. You pick up your supplies along the way. So, are you guys going to vote for a hotel buyer? Right there, strike one. Are you going to vote for a guy that lets another guy not pay millions of dollars in taxes? Strike two. You figure out what your own strike three is. I know what mine is. I remember when I went to St. David's Church and I won these beautiful paintings, the originals of these watercolors that were done. And I wanted to donate them back to the church. You know, this is pre-fire. Spencer was on the vestry. And I said, look, here's the deal. I'll donate the originals back to the church. I'll get them framed. You guys tell me what you want. But I just want them to be hung up, you know? I didn't want to just give them and have them go into a corner, you know what I mean? Or stuck away in a file or taken home by the wrong guy. But as a citizen, I've asked Spencer to look into this citizens committee, never did it. I'm going to go back through some of the open records requests that I've made that I don't think have been answered. But sometimes that's what you get when you get a non-answer. Well, we don't have that. That's the answer, that they're not doing it. But I think it's policy, and if it isn't, it should be, that you're not going to do business with the city of Topeka if you owe me money, right? If you owe the city of Topeka money, you don't get any more deals. And what the hell do I care about deals? Because they're not giving me deals anyway. So what do I got to lose other than just to keep telling the truth? Keep telling the truth. That's all I'm going to do. Old bobblehead was elected just to be in my way. You know, he's like, to me, he's like sitting behind the guy with a fat head in a movie theater, right? Oh man, it kind of ruins the movie. You know, you get to see angles of it. But he's out there doing whatever he's told to. But you know, that's his life. You know how free I feel just being able to tell the truth. You don't have to like me because I don't care. No, I really don't care. And I think, I just wonder, but see, I'm old enough to remember when you respected people. And in my day, I voted for Democrats because there were some nice people. I voted for Democrats because sometimes they had a voice of change. Today, it's about making America great. And we can make Topeka great. But here's the let's just don't bullshit people. If we're not going to grow and they're going to just pass the money up atop amongst the Go Topeka, the Country Club, the Greater Topeka Partnership, the Chamber of Commerce, if that's just what we're going to do and that's what we're stuck in, then we don't need to put our taxpayer dollars in anything except, I'm telling you something, we better start giving more money to the sheriff. We better start making sure that we've got fresh water. We better start fixing our streets. Because what we've got over everybody in the country is location, location, location. That's what it comes down to. And what we have is bad management in this town. I think that we have a weak mayor and a weak Dr. Robert. He's a good guy, but he doesn't know jack shit about Topeka. You know, fire him and make Braxton run the city. He's running it anyway. So we could save some money. There's a lot of good people. You know who'd make a better city manager than anybody? Is that Joe Ledbetter. Put Joe Ledbetter in. He's got the credentials. I wonder how he's doing out there on the MTAA. But now what we've got with new management at the federal level, we can start looking how the federal dollars flow into Topeka, and to make sure they're getting in the right spot. And for federal dollars to come into Topeka, you're supposed to have public involvement. This is how it works. The money comes in, and then before it's doled out, the public has a say in it. This is the way it works. The city brings in their CIP. The county brings in their CIP. You talk about it. You have town hall meetings. You discuss the transportation plans. And let's just say for one year, the county had the best plans known to man. Well, then the county gets the federal funds, but the public gets to say, when is the last time you think you had any say in this government? I love our mayor. He's got where do I have his little? Where's his little sophistry about make this the town where dreams come true? Get down there and public involvement too. You know, all that bullshit. He doesn't mean it. He's just doing what he's told to. Well, at least I'm smart enough to know that's what's going on. And not that I'm so smart, but I think what will happen, it's just going to take time. Sometime you voters will catch on. And sometimes you citizens will come forward and say, you know what? It's just like that old movie Network. I'm mad as hell and I ain't going to take it anymore. You know, he goes to the window and then everybody in New York is yelling it. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. If the citizens don't rally, there's nothing I can do. I'm not going to lose 1 ounce of sleep. Because until you guys want to change too, it's like an alcoholic doesn't go to a bar and start telling people to quit drinking. It didn't do any good. You know, it's like people don't want religion jammed down their throat either. You know, it's got to be your idea to pray. Trust me, there's no atheist in a foxhole. That's what I've been told by a guy that was on Normandy Beach. And also, he also said to me, when you're in a foxhole, men change. You know, that's what Hegseth was trying to say to people. It's not that he's trying to discriminate on women. He just doesn't think they ought to be in forward areas during war. You know, Neanderthal man always goes out to war. We're here to protect the women and children. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. You know, you don't want us in your sports, and killing and protecting is our sport. So what's the difference? Am I wearing my, oh man, Arwen Becker. I met Arwen Becker. She is so cool. She came down from Washington to, she was going to teach women how to, she was a client of Cody Foster's, or he was a customer of hers. But she knew how to empower women. One of the smartest women I've ever met. Except my daughter. Oh, man. I guess I should say except my ex-wife. You know, she chose me. Well, I got all that off my chest. I hope I know we've got a guy in District 1. I wish he'd come forward. Throw your name in the ring. And I think there's another mayor candidate. Throw your hat in the ring. Bolden, he's out there investigating, looking around. But don't vote for Spencer Duncan. Nope. What? It's like an alcoholic, baby. It's just the same thing. It's, you know, he's beer. Hell, his big thing about we got the common consumption all around. Well, hell yeah, you did. Your dad represents he's the lobbyist for the alcohol industry. So what? You're just taking care of your own. Not that I'm for it, tell you the truth. Even as a drunk, I'm for it. I liked what I brought up today with Bolden about, you know, sometimes the smartest guy ain't always the richest guy. And you know something? I'm really good at real estate. I'm going to stick to it. And I'm getting better at it with all these years. You know where I'm really getting better at is not investing my time into stupid stuff. That's it. And I believe what happened to me on May 2nd, 2015, the change that I experienced, I know things can change because I did. And if I can change, Topeka can change. And also, too, Topeka doesn't have to grow or add population, but there's no reason we should fund the NGOs like we do. We can do things differently and save money and give everybody, the economy will go better. We're a consumer-based economy. People spend money on things, on stuff we don't need. We can't help it. So just give them more money. Are you picking up what I'm laying down? I've been telling people since I came home to Topeka. You know what? If we just focused on retail development, that'd be a good thing. Look up what the pull factor is. Well, all right. I got stuff to do. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go home, have some dinner, take a shower, and decide whether I'm just going to get a good night's sleep or come back in for round 2. I know it's late. But hey, money never sleeps. If nobody's told you they love you tonight, know that I do. I love you.